Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Wind Waker HD. I'm not starting here just to show you my fancy quest log screen with its 3-second quest things. This is how I'm backing things up, by the way. Pointer, if you're ever gonna do these Let's Play things, make sure you have backup files. Make sure they're there, because at some point you will need them, probably. It's better to have them and not need them. So we're starting here actually because of where we saved last time. It's actually going to throw us straight into a dialogue as soon as we load up our file. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and we'll see where it puts us. I didn't want to skip this. It's not super important, but you know, it's dialogue, so we might as well see it. So we're back here at Windfall Island. If you don't remember, we got a sail and we also did a whole bunch of other stuff, played some mini games, got some heart pieces and optional items and stuff. But now we're ready to leave, and it starts us right here next to the King of Red Lions, our boat. So that's why he's going to talk to us. So we have found a sail. He's going to teach us the art of sailing. So we can come next to him, press A, hoist the sail with A to get moving. The sail will catch the wind, which will push the boat forward. The arrow that appears behind me indicates wind direction. That will be important for a whole maybe hour or so. We'll see. So we can steer, put away the sail, pretty basic stuff. Try it when you want to adjust your speed. Yep, got it all. And it defaults to yes this time. They learned from that owl in Ocarina of Time where they usually default to you and said, no, please say it again. So they default me to yes, which is smart. Budding game designers take note. The map on my Wii U gamepad that I'm not using at all. Gee, thanks. All right, so it'll carry us to the east. So we are pretty much ready to go. There's really no reason to sort of run back around here. If I can, how do we? I have actually forgotten a lot of the camera movement. How do I zoom out again? I don't actually. Up there. I guess that's good enough. Yeah, that'll zoom out and that'll zoom in. Okay. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks. I will briefly touch on that. We're gonna have a bit of sailing on the way over there, so I figure that's as good a time as any to just talk about whatever. So as you can see, we have a little arrow behind us that indicates the wind direction. That's where we need to be going. We should be able to check our map here, and our destination is very kindly highlighted. We also have some treasure charts that are not open. I guess we can open it up. Yep, there's that one. Sure, I know where that is. Now we got Tingle's chart that we picked up from Tingle. So it looks like it wants us to go there. It's pretty nice that it also shows your current location on that map as well. That's kind of cool. You also notice a couple little fairy icons there. We will be checking all that out in due time. That one's open. This one hasn't been opened. Yep, sure, some kind of arrowhead island. Cool. And that's all we got. So here's the Forsaken Fortress. We can zoom in here. Really zoom in there. If you want that nice grainy map look, there you go. And of course, Outset is down here. We are heading to the east. So as you can see, we're gonna have to sail for a little bit. We can just kind of hoist our sail here, head on out of the little inlet, and we will be on our way. That is actually our destination in the distance, so might as well go ahead and get talking while we're here. This is as fast as we can go, so those rings of light we will also deal with later. We can't do anything with them right now. So it's been a couple weeks since the last video. The reason for that actually is that I was on vacation last week. I started, the first day off from work was the Friday of the week before, so I was basically off for 2 straight weekends, pretty much. We can also do this. That'll get us some money along the way. A little obstacle course here, give you something to do while you're sailing. So, you know, around that time, I didn't bother recording videos or editing or anything. And then that following weekend, I also didn't record because it was still the end of my vacation. So, you know, I just kind of took a little bit of time off from everything, work and all of that. You know, everybody needs some time off every now and then. So we're back at it here, sailing along the way, getting some good money. This is actually worth doing. You get a decent amount. As you can see, they're starting to give me blue rupees now. So, you know, those are 5 each, and there's just a whole bunch of money over here. Another one over here. So we're actually filling out our wallet quite nicely. The seagulls come and sail with us here. Got a yellow rupee. This one's worth 10. We got a couple of those. So no small change here, actually. And the money will be pretty useful, so you might as well pick it up. If not because it's something to do, because it is actually useful. Like, look at all this cash. We're about to go over 300 rupees. Nice. Totally worth it. And now we get a good view of this island. Kind of a cloud swirling on top. Sort of gives you shades of Death Mountain. You know, that classic visage. On the horizon, or in other words, right in front of us, actually. It's our destination, Dragon Roost Island. One of the cooler islands in the game, actually. I really like Dragon Roost quite a lot. Not the least of which because it has very awesome music, and this music is liked by a whole lot of people. So, for good reason. So, high atop this island's peak lives the Spirit of the Skies, a great dragon by the name of Valoo. Well, alright then. Let's go see this dragon and request from him a jewel called Din's Pearl. As people of the Rito tribe who inhabit this island about how to see the dragon. And then he comes, this is, actually I find this kind of cute. He's holding, that thing in his mouth he's holding, the Wind Waker. A baton of sorts that was used long ago when the people played music in prayer to the gods. I think it's so cute. He's like a dog. You know, like they run up to you and they hold stuff in your mouth to give it, in their mouth to give it to you. Might be of some use to you. Perhaps you should try using it. All right, sure. Ooh, it's sparkly. Conduct in, wow, we're starting in 3/4, huh? Just originally, that's the default 3/4. So we can match the rhythm. A little bit of a tutorial here. It's a little bit different than it actually is from like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Before, just as soon as you press the button, it played the note. But here, as you can see, there's kind of this thing going back and forth that you start, and then you have to, you don't have to actually hit it on beat. You can just go up, and then hold down, then hold right. So it's kind of a fixed time thing. It took me a little while as a kid to sort of figure that out. But very nice. Next is 4/4. We have to hold to the left to change the rhythm. You don't need to worry about this too much. Basically, if there are 4 notes to hit, hold left. And later we'll find if there are 6 notes to hit, we'll hit right. You don't need to worry about time or anything. You don't need to know music theory to understand this. And we can also conduct in 6/4 by tilting to the right. And we get the Wind Waker. Nice. Borrow the power of the gods. And just retells all the stuff we already did. So yeah, there's also 6/4 time. You can see it actually puts it over there on the top left. If you look underneath our hearts, it actually just maps it to the up directional pad, which is really convenient. Because I think in the original game, you had to actually map it to a button, go into the subscreen if you didn't have it. You know, all of that stuff makes things a lot quicker. So there's 6/4 time as well. You can just, you know, and it all pretty much sounds good. They do a good job. The notes actually change a little bit depending on what beat you hit and what note you hit before it. It's a little odd. It seems to be kind of random at times, but it's kind of cool. I like it. So we've got a rock here in our way. Do not attack the explosive fruit. Generally, probably good advice. But we can, however, pick it up. And as soon as we do, it'll start lighting its fuse. We can blow up the rock. And then it'll go our way forward. So, you know, bomb flowers. These things have been around for a pretty long time. Gotta get it all the way up here. There we go. Don't hold on to it too long. You also may notice there's this interesting looking setup up here with a chest on top of it. Can't do anything yet. We don't really have anything for ranged. Oh, get the rupee. Oh, I didn't quite get it. Actually, while we're here, he may have already gone. I'm looking for something in particular. Let's see if I can sail around and find it. I didn't think about it when we first got here because the whole Wind Waker scene took over. Can I not get... Oh, I can't get in the boat at this point? He won't let me leave. Boat, let me get in you. You're my boat. You're my property. I tell you what to do. Yeah, well, maybe it'll just be around the back here. I'm looking for... You may have noticed there was a little ship on the way. Let's just kind of go out a little bit and see if it's anywhere nearby. It may not come back this far. Okay, I don't think so. It's not super important right now. If we don't see it immediately, then that's fine. We can just wait. So yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do. I don't see it anywhere. It's gone around the side of the island, so we'll just forget about it and we'll come back to it pretty much on the way out. We don't need it for anything here. So I just figured since we were here, it's on the way. It'd be convenient. So let's just continue opening our path with some bomb flowers here. Another yellow rupee. I tell you, they just throw money at you in this game. And we can head along the wall again. They do this every now and then. It's not like it's difficult. It just kind of takes a little time. A chance for some neat camera angles, I guess. And get across to the other side. Blue rupee rating for us. And we can drop down. Now we can create a shortcut here. We're going to drop this down. There we go. That'll drop the blocks. And to create the shortcut and finalize it, we grab onto this one and pull it out. So now, from now on, all we have to do is just go up here, which we can just jump up from the ground floor. and we can climb up and continue. So that'll make our getting back in here much faster every time we come back, which we will quite a few times, actually. Oh, hello, it's the postman. Yep, sure is. Yep. It's called a boat, you know? It's not super complicated. Nah, I couldn't quite save her, unfortunately. We got close. We got a glimpse. I'm sure she'll hang in there. Yeah, she's strong. I mean, our chieftain. Yeah, sure, why not? Told people here about you, and all of us Rito are very concerned. All right, hey, sounds good. We need to talk to these guys anyway. Apparently, we need to find this Den's Pearl thing. I don't know. We can't really tell them my boat told me so. That they might trust us a little less at that point, but we need to get that regardless, apparently. So, talking to the chieftain is not a bad idea at all. All right, so we can keep on going in here. There's some pots. I don't think there's anything in here. Just break them for fun. Ooh, a green rupee. There we go. I broke both of your expensive-looking pots for one measly rupee. So it's kind of actually designed how you'd think, like, you know, a roost or whatever of bird people would be designed. It's very vertical. I kind of like that about this game. It definitely, like, it makes sense, right? They're birds. Like, they would fly up and down to places instead of wanting to, like, build out lengthwise because they're in a little, like, volcano type thing. All right, so this is apparently the chieftain. A troubling tale, it sure is. All right, well, in that case, I might just have something. Meantime, we have a problem. Everyone's got their own problems to deal with. Let me guess, we're gonna fix it for you, right? You arrived on the island, you noticed the raging dragon perched atop the mountain. Sure did. We, the Rito tribe, are profoundly connected to the sky. Yeah, very much so. We make our livings on the airways. We do so by the graces of the sky spirit Volu. When a Rito reaches adulthood, he or she journeys to the top of Dragon Roost to receive a scale from the great dragon. It's a scale that enables the Rito to grow his or her wings. He's gotten a little grumpy. We can no longer approach him. Continues, the fledglings who are of age will never be able to receive scales. Man, that seems pretty threatening to your entire race, actually. Because, like, if everybody with wings ends up dying out, like, they can't go anywhere. So, I can see that seems pretty important. Yep, guess so. Don't really have much of a choice. Anything of consulting link with regards to Prince Kamali? Yes, very gallant. I mean, I may be gallant, but I'm not really a counselor. You have to go to school for that kind of thing, certifications, like, serious business. Alright, he's of the age to earn his wings, yet he's weak in some ways, and in light of the current situation, he may just give up on ever getting them. Well, I don't know, it's kind of understandable. Big raging dragon up there. Share some of your courage with my son. Alright. Sure, why not? You know, scratch your back, you'll scratch mine, sort of thing. A young girl named Medley is holding it for me. Alright. Sure thing. These people seem nice, right? And he's going to give us a delivery bag, so now we can become a postman ourselves. Completely quit our mission and just start delivering letters for a living, you know? Not a bad way to live. Especially in, you know, in this world, right? Like, there's not a whole lot else to do. You get to see the sights, sail around and all that. Find Medley in one of the upper rooms, leave the great Volu to us. Well, this is a nice change, right? Just leave it to us. We'll solve our own problems. Man, if only this happened more, right? Alright, so here we are. Take a look around. Pretty neat looking. Nice little windows up there. Kind of like this place, actually. So there's a couple different exits we can take, and none of these are super important for now. This guy walking around looking at a clipboard. It's got nothing on it, man. It's just blank tables. I saw that. Yep, stuff's drying up. Yep, more people holding clipboards. I guess this is their job, huh? I'm not a fledgling, I'm a kid. But when we see young Master Kamali is quite a pleasant child. His father's quite busy. Kamali's never once complained. I'm sure he's been lonely. Oh, I I see. Yeah, that must be rough. The sparkling ball, huh? That can't be important, right? So Medley's in one of the upper rooms. It's actually one thing we want to check out before we speak with her, though. I think she's in there. That's Medley right there. Hello, hi. We'll come back. We want to head up here and actually talk to this guy. Something weirds me out about this guy's face. I don't know, like it's much longer than the rest of his species. It's like, it feels a little too human. I don't know. Alright, so we could talk to this guy and wouldn't be here in response to our posting for some part-time help. Yeah, man, I'm all about part-time help. Give me that money. See if I can use you or not. Need to give you a little test. Match the seal on the envelope with the same icon on the shelf. Throw the letter onto that shelf. Real easy, simple. Alright. So, sure. Before time runs out, we have to sort at least 10 letters. This is super easy, by the way, 10 letters. You should be able to do this even if you've never done this before. So, it's a mini game. It's pretty simple, like he said. Seal comes up, throw it. And we just keep doing this over and over. Oh, yep, sometimes that happens. I like to use the D-pad for this. Even then, sometimes it still messes up a little bit. No big deal if you miss one, it just doesn't count towards your total. There's plenty here, as you can see, we're already well above 10. And don't freak out by the counter ticking down. You actually still have a lot of time to get more in. So as you can see, like, we got quite a bit there in the last little bit. So 27 letters. This turns out this would actually beat the final challenge he gives me, so. It's good to get as many as you can, though. It's not many rupees, but you get 1 rupee for every 2 letters at this level. Comes to 13 rupees. Again, not a bunch, but, you know, might as well get all you can, right? All right, so we can keep working here. We're gonna have to do this a couple times if we sort 20 or more letters, so already, man, we just doubled the requirements there. So let's go ahead and get started. Do it again. 27 again. It seems to be about where I said. I made quite a bit of mistakes that time, too. Alright, so this time it's 1 rupee per letter, so quite a bit more money. And the better you do, the higher your salary will become. That's economics. Oh man, if only it was that simple. Don't get me started about pay grades here, alright, buddy? I got some gripes about the economy. So this time he wants 25 or more, which again, we have done both times, but we'll do it again. Well, I just kind of threw them randomly at the end. Got 1 more, actually. 28 letters! You have amazing coordination. Stupefied, incredulous. We veterans do this all day long, and even we have a hard time reaching that amount. Man, you must be really bad then, because that wasn't that tough. So this time he gives us 3 rupees per letter. Quite a big pay raise. We're going to be owning this place in no time. So 84 rupees, and we're up to a massive 452 already. Oh, yeah, by the way, we hired you to work and do all of our work for us, but now we just got your name, finally. So this time their new helpers just arrived. Maybe we can give them some advice the next time we come by. So that's pretty much it. I don't think we can... Actually, we may be able to... No, okay, so we can't do this anymore. We've done as much as we can for now. You may be thinking, wait, we didn't get a reward at all. Well, we will. Just be a little patient. That's all we can do for now, though. Okay, so this time we are actually going to... Oh, hey, I saw you before, but, you know, I had to sort some mail, do some work. Yep, again, the blue clothes changed from the green clothes that she would have said before. I like that. Alright, so she's an attendant to the Great Sky Spirit Valoo. You got a lot of work ahead of you, girl, I'll tell you that. So this is Medley. To tell the truth, I'm not an attendant quite yet. I'm actually still studying to be one. Alright, so she's gonna hand us over a letter. The father's letter, just from a father, addressed to his son. Just received a fine delivery bag. Alright, so I guess we'll get it broken in, why not? The room way back on the first floor is Prince Kamali's room. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay, everybody wants something. Alright, what is it? To the entrance of Dragon Roost Cavern later. Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. For now, though, we've got a little bit of an errand to run, so not this way. This is a way back out. I believe this is the entrance we're looking for. There we go. Nice little room back here. This is a good place for a room. If I could have a room in this place, I want my room to be back here. You know, down underneath everything, down like a secluded hallway and everything. That's the way to go, not out there in the common area where everybody's walking around all day. Whoa, check that thing out. Yeah, so this is the prince. I like his little, I don't know, his obsession with like bird toys. I guess it kind of makes sense. Not a very varied wardrobe, but it is what it is. I want one of those. So nothing else too interesting around the room. Well, she said not to get offended, so I'll try. So we need to head back to our items here. There's a lot of these kinds of bags for some reason. So there's this bag with spoils, there's this bag for deliveries, there's gonna be another bag that takes up this spot, so all kinds of bags in this place. It does allow them to condense the item screen pretty significantly though. So we're gonna grab this. This is the father's letter. Let's go ahead and just set it to X here. And here, I got this for you. This is also, it's a little weird. I mean, it's a letter from his father that also lives here. Like, why not just go speak for him? You know, speak to him directly, right? It's like he's the one with that horrible experience. Not like he still has to get a scale from Valoo. I mean, I guess he's got a point. Hey, now. What? I didn't say anything. I said literally nothing. You can find me someone who can get past all the obstacles on Dragon Roost to get to Valoo, then I'll listen to anything you say. Well, alright. Challenge accepted, I guess. That didn't go super well, but I guess now we have an in with them at least. We just have to, you know, solve all their problems, of course. Alright, so, well, that takes care of that business. There's not really anything else we need to do on that front. Medley did ask us to meet her out by the cavern, but I think if we go back up here now... Be careful not to fall off and lose all your progress. Yep, you can see there's a new guy here. He must be the helper. Blue clothes and a crawfish design? Yeah, that's me. Yep. Wait, there are multiple of you? I only see one. Also, could you wear a shirt, maybe? I get that you're proud of your cool arm tattoos, but... Alright, so he wants to see the 25 letters sort. Yes, we have to do this one more time. Hey, that was pretty good. 32. Look at that. I beat 30, in fact. That's probably as close to as good as you could reasonably expect to do. All right, of course, right? Favors. That's what I do. I'm in the business of favors, man. Why don't you put in this letter to my mom in the post box? It is kind of funny because, you know, the dude works at the post office. Like, it's kind of an unnecessary intermediate step. So we receive a note to mom. Guess I could just throw it in here with all the other letters, but I can't just do it, man. It's against the rules. I mean, all right, it's just going to end up here anyway. Like, who cares at that point, right? Okay, so we do need to drop off the letter, which we can go ahead and do because there's a post box relatively close by. If we just drop back out here. Roll on down a little bit. It's not too far. Just through this little underpass. And there we are. So now we can actually deal with these post boxes. If we open our delivery bag, put the letter back in it, hand it to the mailbox. Whoa, it swallowed it. That's weird. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of sentient mailboxes. I'd rather it just be a box. And yes, we have to pay 5 rupees for postage. This is ridiculous. We're already here. Just drop it in the thing, man. Like, okay, we have to pay 5 rupees for some guy to just walk out here and pick it up from the mailbox. Like, come on. That's fleecing me here. Okay, so that's that. We will eventually get our reward. I know we still haven't gotten a reward for this yet, but just be patient. We will. And that's all we can do for now. It's going to be a little bit before we can actually follow up on that. I think we have to finish the next thing coming up, so it maybe actually be a little while. So here we are. This is actually the outside of Dragon Roost Cavern. And as you can see, things are pretty volatile out here. All this ash and everything spewing around. It is kind of neat that it goes with the wind, but I have to imagine this would just be uncomfortable to be in. Right? Like, I don't know. These things, they look hot as well, so there's just like little tiny hot particles going all over you. Like, ugh. Yep, hello. I sure did. It's not that dangerous. It's alright. There used to be a spring here, surrounded by a beautiful pond. It was peaceful and lovely. Man, that would be really nice, huh? Blue, he became angry, and in his rage, shook the mountain, and this boulder crashed down, plugging the spring. Man, that's... It's pretty amazing. Yeah, not good. He was kind of a smart aleck, if you ask me. So Prince Kamali's grandmother was the great Valu's former attendant. Ah, so there's kind of a link there. It's an honor to have her as my teacher, yeah. Except, I mean, you kind of just were, because you mentioned yourself in the same breath as her, but we'll let that slide. Don't beat yourself up. You're still learning. You know, everybody's got to learn. You got to start somewhere. She wants to go to the shrine that's near the peak of Dragon Roost, but that ledge over there is pretty high. Get some wind under my wings. I'm sure I could get up there. All right. On the count of 3, I'll blow as hard as I can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, I guess it didn't work. All right. I don't think so. Yeah, sure. Why not? Face that ledge and toss me. As long as I have your permission. The atmospheric currents are really... Currents? Currents. Really messed up, so pay close attention to the direction of the wind. Alright. Oh, that's your I'm ready to be picked up? Hey. Well, this is a little awkward. Okay. So let's grab her. And we'll hop up on this little thing here. Gotta wait for the wind to be blowing in the correct direction. We can, of course, tell by the particles that looked good. And she made it. So I guess she's not quite good enough at flying herself yet. I don't know. She's just able to glide or something. Oh, don't talk like that. You'll be fine. Alright, and she's going to give us... Oh man, an empty bottle! Just, it's kind of funny. In any other situation in real life, someone's like, here, I want you to have this, and they just hand you a bottle. Like, I don't even want this. Like, please just take it back. It's just taking up space. But in Zelda, oh man, it's an empty bottle. Look at it shine. Bottles are great for carrying water and holding things. Yeah, containers. Well, I guess. I don't know. It's putting a lot of responsibility. Like, what if somebody asks? Like, you could be in danger? I don't know. I don't know if I want to take part in your crime, your trespassing here. All right, so we got a bottle. Let's use it. Back out of that, and there we go. So you can see there's space for, it looks like 4 bottles, and we will be getting all of them eventually. Let's just go ahead and grab this for now. So, well, it said we can carry water, so let's grab it. We filled our bottle with water. That's how it works. All right, so we can pour it on something that looks dry and withered. A bit of a hint there. Somebody also mentioned earlier that bomb flowers were starting to wither up. So we can do something about that if we climb back up. Oh, he just kept walking there. Didn't change the camera, but it didn't change the direction he was moving. So you can see it looks like there's some wilted flowers up here. If we want, we can just dump some water on them. And it'll grow back instantly. It's pretty amazing, actually. So if you really want, and I imagine a lot of people did this, you can go back down, fill it back up with water again, and then water all of these. You only need one of them, so I'm just going to water one of them. Now if we can throw this bomb correctly. Yep, that happens a lot. This is actually a trickier shot than it looks like. But if we can get it correctly, maybe if we just let it drop down on that side. Nope, okay. Yeah, if you let it drop down on that side, it will actually fall in the water and go out. So It may be actually a better idea to just hold it for a bit, then throw it. There we go. And just let it blow up as soon as it makes contact. That's probably the better way to do it. A little bit of frame rate there. It doesn't like all this water with all these particles going around everywhere. It's quite a lot for the little old Wii U to handle. So, I mean, like, you realize we could have just done this from the start. If there's a better answer than, like, throwing you up there, I could just... And you also notice, oh, I thought the wind had stopped for a minute there. That'd be kind of interesting. But now we can head on across if we want and follow after her. Because, of course, we're going to, right? We're not just going to leave it at that. Got a couple more trick shots to make here. Got to play a little bomb skit ball. Whoop. Nope, not quite. Nope, also not quite. There we go, that'll work. For some reason you have to get it in the pod and that makes it fall over. I really don't know why that is. Alright, so if we jump on this edge and then throw... There we go. That one's a little bit harder because you do actually have to jump out onto this first platform. And obviously if you move too much, you're just going to fall off and get into this lava. So that's pretty much not what you want to do. So... Alright, we've got an entrance in front of us. This will lead us to, presumably, the Dragon Roost Cavern. However, I believe we're going to save that for the next part. So, until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.